Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ACN Virtual Product Training. This is Mike Kane, Vice President of North American Sales. Very, very happy to be with everyone here today. We understand what's going on around the world and obviously in your own hometowns and your own backyard. Our plans are to roll out our product trainings, our virtual product trainings, and give everybody at all the IBOs in the ACN family the training and the support that they're going to need to get through not only the next 30 days, but as we move forward and kind of get into the next wave of what ACN and what business is all about, not just here, but around the world. So today is the launch of one of our first virtual product trainings, and we are very happy that you're able to attend and be a part of what we're doing here. This first one is going to be supporting around what we're doing with one of our main partners, been with us for well over 10 years. That is our Vivint partner. And Vivint has been a huge, huge part of the ACN family for many, many years right now. And we appreciate the opportunity to work with them and to support with them and be with them at this particular time. As we all know, the security of our family and the times that we're spending at home with our families right now, gives us an opportunity to really understand and appreciate how much we want to take care of our families, and the blanket that ACN and Vivint have thrown over many, many families over many years in the world of home security has been amazing. On top of that, we're a big part of the future of home security, which also includes home automation, which you're going to hear more about today, and explain all of our partnerships and all the different things that we're doing together. So, with that in mind, we know that you're working from home. We're all working from home. This is an opportunity in a business that ACN has been in for 28 years on working from home. This is our opportunity to share with you how to take advantage of your time at home while you're taking care of your family and things that you're doing, but also to capitalize on what's happening in the world of ACN and the home-based business period. With that, I'm actually going to introduce our first trainer here of the product training world for us. And this gentleman has been with Vivint for years, and he's actually been working with us for the last couple of years. Vivint, once again, has been a main partner. Anthony has been able to work with us and be a part of what we're doing in the field. He's traveled around with us. We've been into many, many hotel rooms. A lot of you may already know him or have met him on some of your local webinars and the trainings that have been going on. But he is a national director with us with what we're doing within the ACN family. And he's been bringing the product trainings not only to our local marketplaces, but he's been doing a lot of the webinars and a lot of the trainings for us over the last many months. So with that, we're actually going to bring him on today. He's going to share with you a whole new virtual product training that we're looking to roll out. And we appreciate you being here and participating with us today. And I'm going to roll this over with Anthony. Once again, he's someone that I've worked with. We've all worked with. We've had the opportunity to really get to know him really, really well. A great family person and a great individual in the terms of his knowledge and his information and his energy that he brings to the table. We appreciate the partnership we have with Vivint and the support we're getting directly from our next host here and our trainer, Mr. Anthony Miles. Anthony, why don't you take over here today? And I'm looking forward to catching up with everybody as we wrap up the training here this afternoon.
Excited to be here today with all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. In North America here. I hope that you and your family and everybody is doing good at this time. Hopefully you're taking the time to invest in yourself and grow personally in all different ways, especially in business, right? That's why we're here today, to not only be able to better your business, but also to be able to help all of those around you, family members, friends, people in the community. This is a great opportunity to be able to have at our disposal. How blessed are we and how fortunate are we to have our very own businesses, but also for them to be home-based businesses during this time. There's never been a better time to be a part of ACN, especially since convention, with all of the changes, with the new things that have been happening in the business. New advantages, the new benefits that you are able to take control of, not to mention also our partnership. This partnership over the last 10 years has had some extraordinary things. I personally have been working with ACN, just like Mike had mentioned, for the last 3 to 5 years. And I'll tell you, it has been a blessing in my life to be able to be here and get to know a lot of you individually, and also for the future to be able to get to know more of you. But what I'll tell you is a lot of people have been able to take advantage of this opportunity within ACN and within the partnership. About a couple years ago, in the last 3 years, I started off on the phones and helping you guys get your customers, right? And over that time, one of the ladies that I was able to connect with and meet actually lived out in New York, and she had a team that she was about 6 to 8 months in the business. Her team was starting to get rolling, and her team was actually doing pretty good with Vivint. They were acquiring customers. Now, her personally, she was having a struggle trying to get new customers through Vivint. And so her and I worked together for about, it was just over like a month or two. We had been working together and had just had a hard time getting things rolling for her and momentum with Vivint. She finally one day told me that she was going to get her own system. Now, up to this point, she had kind of shied away from it just because she lived in New York and she was in a condo. They had a security guard at the bottom of her complex. And so by the time you hit the elevator to go up to her floor, you'd already talked to and gone through security. So she felt like she didn't need or didn't have to have the system. But what she told me that day when she called me, and she said, Anthony, you know what? I need to invest in my business. I want to be able to get this system so I can talk about it and understand it and show it off to people. So she ended up getting an indoor camera and got just the basic service set up so that she could have it on her phone. And not to any shock, but within the first 30 days of her getting her own service, she was able to acquire 3 more customers just simply because she was talking about it. As we went through and helped those other customers, she would always call me after and be like, Anthony, that was great job. Like, it was so amazing to hear you. And I just, every time it was so easy to be able to go through and help her, because these people, when they were calling in, had a feeling. They understood what Vivint was about. They heard a true story from her on why she had it and what she loved about it. And I'll tell you, it moved mountains for her. Now, just in the past 6 months, or not even 6 months, past 3 or 4 months, I've been able to get to know a couple other very extraordinary women. One of them, of which joined the business, and within the first 7 days, she took full advantage of the partnership. There was a promotion going on for her customers, and she ended up getting 4 Vivint services in that 7 days, and just absolutely took off with her business. In the first, I believe it was 60 days, she was over 100 points in the business, and her team was starting to roll. She was super excited because she was able to see some of the success that ACN has to offer. One of the great opportunities with this. Now, one last story, that I was able to actually meet this young lady in person in Long Beach just back in December. She was 30 days new in the business. She, a lot of us, we remember those first 30 days. We're so excited as we get started. We want to know everything. We're talking to everybody. And she came over, didn't know much about Vivint or the process or what it was like. But she talked to me for about 5 to 7 minutes, just kind of about her business and a little bit about Vivint. And at that time, I immediately started to get her to talk to one of my pros. As you can see, for those who are able to see the screen, I introduced her to her secret weapon, basically. And what that is our call center that is there for you every day of the week. During the weekdays, Eastern Standard Time, they're open from 8 a.m. and they close at 1 a.m. Now, on the weekends, they'll close at 12. So when I introduced her to one of our smart home pros that was there, she went over and started talking with them. Now, I was doing other things at the booth. She came back about an hour later and said, Anthony, thank you so much. It was great being able to speak with them. And it was so easy. In fact, I actually got my own system set up. And I said, hey, that's awesome. So excited that you were able to do that. Tell me, when you got your system, do you think that this is something you can bring up and talk to people about? She said, oh yeah, this is going to be so easy for me to talk. I've already gotten 3 other people set up. And I kind of was caught off guard. I said, wait, you got 3 people already? She said, yeah. It was so simple because once I understood the process and saw that I didn't have to be the expert, it made it that much easier for me to talk to other people. And that is a very important thing for you to realize, is that with this partnership, you are not here by yourself. You have a full team there supporting you on ACN and on Vivint's side. They're waiting to help you get your customers to understand the value and go through and have a great customer service that we're known for. So she was able in those 3 days during convention to take full advantage and ended up getting 8 different Vivint customers. She was so excited and absolutely took off in the business, well over 125 points. She has a team. I'll tell you, when somebody comes in the business and has something like that happens, it resonates with people. It brings their confidence up. They go out and talk to people about it and they can feel their emotion. It was amazing to be able to see and watch this grow, because now, as you look at all 3 of those stories, there's a few things they had in common. Main one being that every single time they were using their secret weapon, their team, to be able to help them get their Vivint customers. But also each one of them invested in themselves and in their business to be a product of the product. And I'll tell you, when that happens, it becomes so much easier to be able to refer and get people over to Vivint. When they see the service and the products that we have, it goes a long way. And I'll tell you, Vivint has been around for 20 years now. We have been protecting families, protecting homes, giving them that peace of mind. We've adapted, and a lot of things have changed over those past 20 years. In that time, we've become the #1 smart home provider in North America. Not only did we become #1 smart home provider in North America, but we've been protecting over 2 million families, and we've been doing this with the help of ACN over the past decade, right? 10 years. And what I'll tell you is, as we've shifted and as we've gone, we started out as just security. We were doing the basic monitoring, making sure people had that protection. And then as we saw the market shift, Vivint made sure that they stayed ahead of the game. So if you take a look, and even if you think back over the past, even 15 years ago, nobody had a smartphone or a tablet or anything like that because they weren't even out. Nowadays, you take a look, everybody has smartphones, tablets. Kids are growing up with this as a part of their culture, basically. So in the next 2 years, they're seeing that shift really transform into this market here with smart homes. In the next 2 years, you're going to see 50% of homes almost in North America will be smart in some sort of way. Right now, I believe it's right around 30%. So you're looking at another huge jump in those next 2 years. And people are going to be spending over $123 billion on these devices in the next 2 years. What does this tell you? This tells you that people want, people need smart home, and people are going to get smart home, right? Whether they have to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, and order all these different parts and pieces, install them themselves, they are getting it for their family and their home. The best thing you can do is make sure to open your mouth and let them know the great opportunity and partnership that Vivint and ACN have to be able to take advantage, because as you can see here, for those who are on the screen, you can see what the advantages are compared to Vivint and just a couple of the other big names in the industry. We really have the comprehensive smart home where you're able to do everything from unlock your doors, turn your lights on and off, view your cameras, talk through your cameras. Really, it's full control at the tip of your fingers. Knowing that your home is safe, your family's protected, all right there on your phone 24 hours a day, wherever you're at in the world, especially right now. That peace of mind and security is huge in the world. So make sure that you are letting people know of this opportunity, and now they don't have to go out and do it themselves, right? And have 6 or 7 different apps, because Vivint has everything on one platform. We make it so simple for the customer to be able to maneuver through Vivint and being able to control and understand how it all works. With our platform, not only do we have we have 99% of our technicians that come out and install these systems are Vivint employees. They come out and we not only have our own platform, we have our own equipment as well. For instance, the doorbell camera, Vivint actually came out with, and we just came out with a brand new one in the last few weeks here called the Doorbell Camera Pro that is smart enough to be able to actually detect when there's a package on your doorstep. And when that package is there, if somebody messes with it or tries to take it, it will alert you and let you know what is going on. You're able to save these clips, share these clips, and download them all right there from your phone, from a laptop, or you can go to your panel, which I will tell you is going to be one of the biggest differences in how the security portion is going to protect them. What I mean by that is our panel is has a two-way speaker and is working off of the cell towers in the area. You don't have to have internet. You don't have to have a home phone line. And it does give us the quickest and most efficient way to make sure that you and your family are protected. We have the fastest response time in the industry with just under 8 seconds as our average response time to these alarms. Which goes a very long way because in that time, those seconds are what matter most, right? So as you go around and you talk to people and you show them some of the huge benefits of what Vivint has to offer and what you have to offer from your business, make sure you're going through the process. This process is so important because it proves time and time again to make it not only easier for yourself, taking all the heavy lifting off of you, but also it makes the experience much more enjoyable for the customer. The 3-step process first is to simply identify your customers' buying needs, what they would actually want the system for. And that can be done by asking a simple question or just understanding their situation in life. The question that you would want to ask is, what they are most concerned about during this time. Is it medical? Is it fire? Or is it the security itself, right? And then once they start to tell you what's important to them, make sure you're validating them, letting them know that that is something you see as very, very important to pay attention to, and find out why. Because so many times people have their own stories on why that's important to them and why they would need it. Now, right from that point, one thing I will tell you not to do is to not bring up price for a couple of reasons, really. One main one being, you don't know how much they're going to have to pay. There are so many different options and there's so much different equipment that people will all build their own packages, and that's how they get their own price. So as you find out why they're interested, the next step is to demonstrate your own system. And that would be simply showing your phone off and telling your own story. That is probably the most important and easiest part of this process, because once you tell your story, it's going to resonate with them. They're going to understand why you have it. They're going to start to picture themselves using it. And 9 times out of 10, as you show your system off and you're talking to them about it, they're going to ask you a couple questions. One of them may be how much it cost, right? And the important thing for you to realize is to not give them a price. Like I said, you don't know what their price is, but also you want them to talk to the expert. It doesn't matter if you sold 1, if you sold 10 or 20 Vivint systems yourself. I'll tell you, our experts in the office there have sold hundreds, if not thousands, of accounts right here through ACN, and they are going to make sure to answer all those questions and get them the experience they need. At this point, as you're demonstrating your system, the best thing you can do is to use your sales team. Use your secret weapon. Any question they ask, how much it is, what it looks like, how does it work exactly? What's the difference between yours and mine? I'll tell you. the best thing you can do is just say, hey, that's a great question. You know what? I'm not the Vivint expert. However, I do have an expert that is right here, ready and available for us to be in contact with. Hold on one second. Let me get them on the phone. And a couple easy phrases that people have been using is as they're talking and people ask questions, they seem interested. They're just saying, hey, this seems like a very good fit for you and your family. Let's call the expert and have everything ironed out. That way they can get this into your home as quickly as you need. Or if they're a little more on the fence saying, hey, I'm going to talk to my spouse, or I just want to do my own research. Hey, you know what? Will you just do me a favor? Will you just talk with this Vivint Pro and see what you love about the system? Hold on one second. This is just going to take a few minutes, and getting them on that three-way call. That is so important. I was out in Indiana, actually, just about a year ago. I was out in Indiana, and I had helped a team with a training. And at the training, there was a lady in there who actually ended up getting her own system. She got her own system. She was very excited. She was new in the business, so it was very good for her to see how easy the process was. And before the night was over, she actually had gotten in contact with some of her family, her friends, and actually some of her church members. She ended up getting one of her church members set up with the system. And not only did she get them protected and get the points, the business, and everything for herself, more importantly, this person ended up using their system not even a week after having it. She later had told her IBO that she had been having headaches for a few days. And within the first 7 days of getting the system installed, the fire department showed up at her house. She was having a carbon monoxide or a gas leak. And so by the time the fire department got there, they got everybody out. They were able to get the leak fixed and potentially save her family. But also, I'll tell you, when she, as an IBO, when she heard this story, she was so excited because now she had another reason and another story to go share with people on how she's helping better protect the community and the families in it. This person actually shared a post on Facebook, the customer of the IBO, about her situation. And because of that post alone, she was able to acquire 3 new customers because she was doing what was right for this woman and her family. That is a very big thing right now. I'll tell you, there's been a lot of people with the situation at hand that have been able to utilize this partnership because Vivint is an essential business. With stories like that, you can realize that we are an essential business with fire, with carbon monoxide, with the actual security and the life alert pendant, that even in areas that are a little more under quarantine right now, Vivint is still out there making sure that families are protected and their homes are protected. So make sure that you yourself are still bringing this up and letting people know. People have shared videos on Facebook, on Instagram of their own personal stories, putting on a video from their camera and letting people know why they love the system and why it gives them the peace of mind. And it goes a very long way. And then at that point, they're getting them on the phone with that number that you see at the bottom of the screen here. It's 877-479-1668 for those of us who are not able to see that. Now, just a couple more things before we go here. I just want to share a very, actually, it's a very emotional clip with some of the responses of alarms and what they have done. So hold on one second.
Your alarm activation. Is everything okay?
I don't believe so. There's somebody outside my house.
Okay. I'm going to stay on the line with you, and I'm going to have another operator dispatch, okay? Okay, the officer is a block away from your house. The other operator just let me know, so they're right around the corner, okay? But I'll stay on the line with you until you confirm that they are there.
Good morning. My name is Tabitha from Vivint on a recorded line. I received your medical alarm activation. Is everything okay there?
Yes, we need to have the EMTs come out. My mom's having some trouble breathing and pain.
All right. I'm going to stay on the line with you while I get another operator to dispatch for me, okay?
I'm going in to check on her, but I can hear you.
All right. And we did want to inform you that help is on the way.
The EMTs are here.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm going to disconnect from here, okay, so that way they can get her the help she needs.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Good morning. This is Maria with Vivint on a recorded line, and we are receiving your medical alarm. Does anyone there need assistance?
Yes, I do. I'm trying to attempt suicide.
Okay, I can hear you. I understand. I will have somebody dispatch for me at this time, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, can you tell me what's going on, honey?
My schizophrenia has been acting up worse, and I've been self-harming, biting myself and stabbing myself with a knife off and on.
Okay, so at this time you are currently injuring yourself, is what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay, I will get somebody to dispatch for me, okay? Just stay on the line with me, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just stay on with me, all right?
Okay.
Okay. All right, this is Maria. I am going to disconnect the call since they are there, okay?
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
We are receiving a fire alarm activation. Do you need the fire department?
Yes, hurry, please.
Okay, dispatching the fire department.
Good evening, this is Justin with Vivint. We are receiving your medical alarm. Does anyone need medical attention?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, and so what seems to be the problem? Tell me a little bit about what's going on. I've got paramedics on the way right now.
I took too many pills.
You took
Um,
too many pills?
Yeah, and then
You took Tylenol and lorazepam?
yeah, I took lorazepam, about 10 of them,
You took 10
and
of
then
them?
10 about Tylenol.
Don't worry, I'm going to stand the line here with you and we're going to get through this, okay? I promise we're going to get help to you. The paramedics are on their way. They're being dispatched right now by another operator sitting right next to me. Officer, can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother.
Okay, all right. Is she in your care now? Are you with her?
Ambulance is on the way.
All right, Officer Mike. Thank you. I'll let you do your job now.
Okay.
So these are just a few of the clips of real stories of real situations that people have had to use their Vivint system to make sure that they're protected. The family members were able to be notified via the app on their phones. However, with the immediate response from Vivint, you can see that it goes a very long way. And they're not just there to immediately get those different services or different departments on the phone. They're there to make sure that that person is safe and protected as well. So the best thing that you could do right now is to make sure that you, your family, and your community have what they need to make sure that they're protected, their peace of mind is there, and obviously it will help benefit you and growing your business and your team as well. With that being said, I appreciate everybody taking the time to invest in yourself, to be able to get the training and to be able to understand why this partnership is here and why we are so strong in believing in this partnership. Before we go, there are just a couple of things that I want to mention. With first one being, because you are here on this call, we have a special that we are going to give you to be able to help protect those in the community for the next few days.
Your alarm at.
With that, it's a buy one camera, get one camera free for your customer. Now that is a $250 savings wherever you're at in North America for your customers simply by calling in through this partnership. But not only that, because you've been here on this call today, every single person who calls in and mentions this promo code from today until Friday, April 10th, will get a $300 gift card that will go to the IBO. That is one of the best offers that you will ever hear or see with this partnership. So I highly recommend you take full advantage. Make sure that you have gone through the process, that you have something set for yourself, but also the people around you. Again, from today until Friday, April 10th, it is a buy one camera, get one camera free for your customer. And for the IBOs, especially for those people who are joining the business. It's a huge opportunity to be able to get $300 gift card for the IBO. You're getting paid to get paid, right? Because the average customer with Vivint will stay with Vivint for 9.5 years. And with that being said, I appreciate you all having me on here. I'm going to turn this back over to one of your great leaders. He's constantly taking care of all of North America. We've been able to work together, and I can see the passion he has and the dedication he has to you and your team. So with that being said, Mike Kane, I turn it back over to you, and I appreciate you having this on and getting this set up.
All right, Anthony, thank you so much. We really appreciate you giving us more time today and going the extra yard. Great training, great testimonials on there to listen to what's happening. And I think everybody on the line here today can agree that we appreciate you giving us that moment and this opportunity to really learn more about Vivint, our partnership, and the things that we're moving forward with. And listen, how about this promotion for everybody? At a time when we are working all so hard, we're all working from home, we're all caught up in exactly the same situation. This is not about something that's happening in one part of the country. We're all sitting at home right now. We're all working from home. This is an opportunity where you can make a couple of extra dollars by just going out and helping your friends, helping your family, helping yourself get on a quality service and be a part of what we're doing. So we're in an amazing time because not only with the partnership that we have to get on a tremendous product and a service like Vivint and the relationship that we have, but for us to go out and build our businesses, for you all to build your businesses, whether you're new or you've been with us for a couple of years, or regardless of where you're at, everything is based upon customers and customer points and the ability to go out and build a team like that. Right now, Vivint is an 8-point customer, which all of you know is probably the most lucrative point base that we have of any of our services, which simply lets you know the importance of the relationship that we have and the importance that we put on what we're doing with our Vivint partner. But on top of that, we have a residual for life. And a lot of you know our compensation plan, if not all of you. We get up to 20% residuals on personal residuals, anywhere from 3% to 20%. You have an opportunity to build your customer base, build up your point base, and head towards, if you're not there already, a 20% residual on your personal customers. And for that to be able to happen, it requires 200 points overall, and we are rolling in that direction. And this has been a great training for you to kind of start to learn how to take advantage of it, how to get customers, how to be a customer or get a customer, and with a great service. On top of that, we have a point structure. On top of the point structure, we have, for every 3 services, you have an opportunity to get a bonus within our compensation plan, within the ACN plan itself. If those 3 customers in this case happen to be Vivint, that would be worth 24 points. You would get paid your customer point bonus from the ACN comp plan. And then with the bonus that Vivint and Anthony just shared with us all, that would be a $300 gift card for each customer for yourself as an IBO. So you can take a picture of that, take a look at what we're doing here, but you think for every customer that you acquire over the next couple of days that become a Vivint customer, that's a $300 gift card that goes to yourself and takes care of a lot of the needs and a lot of the necessities that people are working for right now. We're gonna let you know. Go ahead, Anthony. I know we need to
I forgot to mention the promo code. I got people texting me.
Anthony, for that. Go ahead.
This is fake. You didn't give us a code. No, the code is ACN Special. Make sure that you use this special because this is not for any other partnership. This is not for Vivint directly. This is for the ACN partnership. ACN Special is that promo code. I apologize, Mike.
That's okay. I saw that coming up, and I was gonna bring you back on. So we'll post that. We also know a lot of you are feeding our chat line right now, and we're gonna take a look at the chat line. We're gonna post all the answers to your chats on ACN Compass. So remember, residual for life, 8 points, customer bonuses, the IBO gift card of $300. Anthony just gave you the ACN Special. That is the code to use when ordering. On top of that, we'll make sure that you're aware of it since you are on the webinar, and you'll be able to see the chat line, and we'll put the code together with this where you can actually use it over the next couple of days. So we're excited about the partnership. We're excited about what we're doing. and the opportunity to work from home and continue to build our business as we have for the last 28 years and take a new step into the future. And we welcome all the new IBOs that are working with us right now, doing what you can to help out yourself and your family, as we are too. So we want to welcome you to the ACN family. We appreciate you being on the product training with us today. Appreciate Vivint being a part of what we're going to be doing. On Thursday at 2 p.m., we're going to have another product training and another product expert. We'll be rolling out our ID Seal program on here as well. So we look forward to having you back here at 2 p.m. Eastern time for more product training. That is on Thursday, April 9th. I'll be hosting, and you get an opportunity to hear from one of our other partners. On behalf of ACN, all the executives, all the co-founders here, and all of our people throughout all the world that we're in right now, we want you to take care of yourselves, take care of your families, take care of your business, and continue to be a big part of what you need to do to be a part of your local community to help out. So we're going to be here for you. We'll be promoting different product trainings. Check our ACN Facebook page, our ACN social media. We'll be listing all the upcoming webinars on acncompass.com, and we'll be sending out ACN in actions as well. So with that, we're all wrapped up. Once again, on behalf of everybody at ACN, thanks for joining us, and look forward to seeing you again on Thursday or one of our upcoming Zoom business presentations. Have a great day.